The unusually cold winter has slowed down this season's crawfish harvest. Landon Landry, commercial fisherman in Bayou Pigeon, says he is now forced to fish areas he normally wouldn't.
Well, it's pretty tough. You know, bills keep coming in and the crawfish aren't here. Mother Nature's doing a thing with the cold weather and it's really affecting us. We're running way more traps for a lot less crawfish.
Because the water in the northern part of the country froze during the winter, there is less water coming down the Mississippi River. The low water levels make fishermen lay traps in areas densely covered with lilies.
You have a propeller that's in the mud majority of the time, and you're killing little crawfish and you're ruining your seed.
Landry says when the water temperature is below 50 degrees, crawfish will stay under plants and hide. But once it raises, they will come out and start feeding. Currently, the water temperature here in Bayou Pigeon has reached 60 degrees.
Fishermen turn around and sell their crawfish to seafood distributors, which supply restaurants and markets. Case Randazzo, a Bayou Pigeon seafood employee, says the water temperature affects each level of sale.
If we don't have crawfish, that means the demand's going to be more and the price is going to go up because just like anything else, supply and demand.
Distributors are losing restaurant customers during their typical season because the price of just one sack of crawfish has tripled.
It's hard right now because last year at this time we were getting 300 sacks probably, and we're not buying probably more than 75 right now.
Landry predicts the crawfish harvest should get back to normal by early April. For Tiger TV, I'm Emelie Gunn. In the 4 years the skate park on Perkins Road has been opened, it has made a lasting impact on teens. Skateboarder Matt Boyd says it was about time Baton Rouge got a skate park because kids were getting into trouble trying to skate in places they weren't allowed.
Baton Rouge didn't even have a skate park for a long time. It was all street skating and getting kicked out downtown by the cops and everything, and now they have somewhere they can go and skate every day and not get kicked out. A lot of cops think skateboarders are a bunch of thugs that are trying to destruct property, but really they're just trying to do tricks.
Matt enjoys skateboarding because it is a way to relieve stress from daily life and a way to stay healthy as a form of exercising. He says it is a good alternative activity for kids to participate in if team sports don't seem to be where they belong.
I like individual sports. You don't have practice, you don't have a coach, you go do it by yourself. Just take your skateboard and do whatever you want. There's no rules, no nothing. Self-expression. It's like an art form, you know?
During his time at the skate park, Matt has bonded with some of the younger skateboarders. He wants them to feel like they have a mentor and someone to trust. Skateboarder Ali, or as his friends call him Small Toe, says Matt is always pushing him to do his best.
He just shows us how good we are and encourages us how we could do whatever and be whatever we want to be.
Skateboarding is for people of all ages. Young kids come to the park, but skateboarding isn't something you have to be a certain age to do. The owner of the local skate shop Ruckus, Ronnie Soraj, loves to skate because it's something he can do with his son.
This is their home away from home. They meet up with their buddies and they pretty much just push themselves. You know, they feed off of each other.
The Breck Skate Park is a safe place for kids to be dropped off and left to skate. Employers make sure they are following the rules but having fun. The park removes some of the dangers of skating out in the open, like accidents with cars and keeping them out of unsafe areas of town. Matt says he probably wouldn't be enjoying life so much if the skate park wasn't here. He looks forward to skateboarding every day after work because he gets an escape from the everyday world. For Tiger TV, I'm Emelie Gunn. Just south of Baton Rouge lies the small town of Plaquemine. Over the past few weeks, film crews have come to the town to shoot for 2 new movies. Resident Jerry LeBlanc says this is a great way to help Plaquemine get more exposure.
Well, the film industry in Plaquemine is important for communities of this size. It makes a tremendous impact on the economy.
Stores and cafes on Main Street were renamed, painted, and made to look as if they were in the 1970s. Plaquemine has been on the map for filming sites since the 50s. Melwin Barker remembers seeing Clark Gable around town almost 60 years ago.
We were driving down the river road and Clark Gable was coming down the levee that houses the Mississippi River, and I of course had always been a fan of his since Gone with the Wind.
Louisiana is now considered the new Hollywood due to recent tax incentives, but what set Plaquemine apart from the rest before the tax breaks were the unique landscape, location, and culture. Movies like Band of Angels starring Clark Gable came to shoot in 1957 at Gay Plantation and around the Plaquemine Locks. Virginia Gomez with the Iberville Museum says she loves the industry coming to the town but wishes it could be more personal.
I would love to see it done again, as you said, before, back in the day, where you could have these people in your homes and you weren't afraid to have them in your homes.
Manager of the Plaquemine Historic Locks, Stanley Richardson, says the locks and waterways helped to bring the film industry to Plaquemine in the 50s because of how unusual it was to have these resources.
Plaquemine is just south of Baton Rouge, and with the mobile society we live in now, a lot of people go to Baton Rouge to buy things, so that's kind of hurt our small mom and pop stores. But having these films is a perfect backdrop.
Stars like Emile Hirsch from Lone Survivor and Maggie Grace from Taken visit Plaquemine to shoot for their new movies, Vincent and Roxy and Showing Roots. For Tiger TV, I'm Emelie Gunn. How do you treat your best friend? While your pets are at home, thousands of animals are homeless or in shelters in the Baton Rouge area. Iberville Parish Director of Animal Control, Allison Alvarado, says the shelter receives dogs, cats, and horses on a daily basis.
We promote, just adopting because we do have purebred animals. We have animals that are great with families. We have puppies. We have any and everything you could ever think of.
According to the ASPCA, the cost of spaying or neutering a pet is less than the cost of raising puppies or kittens for a year. Alvarado says adoption fees are lower than buying from a breeder, and purebreds can often be found at shelters. Animal rescuer Kristen Cockrell says everyone wins when it comes to adopting, especially the pets.
They just have to live the rest of their lives behind bars.
Come here, baby.
The Humane Society says hunting dogs often end up in shelters once they have reached an age where they are no longer useful for hunting.
The reason they're here is usually no fault of the animals. It's usually the owner's fault. Either, they don't do the research on the breed or the animal and it outgrows the area they have for the animal. They, have some kind of family matter as far as death, divorce, children.
Alvarado says shelter dogs have a heightened immune system compared to dogs from breeders. Dogs bought from a breeder are also occasionally inbred and can become sickly as a result.
People breeding animals and not getting their dogs or cats or any kind of animal really spayed and neutered is just it's just hurting the problem worse.
Adopt, don't shop.
For Tiger TV, I'm Emelie Gunn.